All right, welcome back. Episode 11. I'm going to start with a plug for the Curse of Strahd one shot. Part 1 of 3 is up on YouTube now, and I am proudly repping in my Dorothea tour t-shirt. Thanks, Sean. That's from Dorothea's latest tour, A Tale as Old as Time. But back to Stormwreck Isle. So last week, you guys followed a myconid sprout into the larder, and you stepped into a chamber thick with the smell of rot, decay. Old vegetables littered the floor, long since surrendered to the cave's damp embrace. Echofire's eyes were drawn upwards to a large jelly-like blob hanging from the ceiling. Was it dangerous?
Should not have touched them.
Edible, perhaps both. Unfortunately, Erowyn was too distracted to offer wisdom, and it was indeed dangerous. With a sudden burst of wings and shrieks, 8 sturges erupted from the nest, and despite your growing experience, the fight swiftly turned more deadly than we thought. Echofire and Hobbs were both brought down in a flurry of needle-like proboscises. And outside, Thorn heard the commotion, tucked away his prize of experimental calamari, and dashed in to assist. And by the time he arrived, Erowyn had already transformed into a panther, and the two of you managed to clear the last of the swarm. Echofire and Hobbs were brought back to consciousness, though it did cost you 2 of your precious 3 healing potions. But pressing onward, you found the chamber where the sprouts had fled, and 6 adult myconids, 2 of which approached you clearly hostile. But Erowyn's cheerful enthusiasm and a well-timed mention of Tarek and a good roll of some dice soothed the tension and opened a line of communication. And so they were able to tell you about the foul sulfuric stench that had begun to spread through the caves, and how Sidenza, their leader, had fallen ill after investigating the source in the nearby crystal cavern, which most of them avoid going to. You offered to look into the matter yourselves, which they were quite grateful, but you did wisely choose to pause and recover your strength first. And so this week, we will find you resting back in the entrance cavern, where you're closer to fresh air, surrounded by glowing fungi and the cautious mushroom folk, preparing for whatever lies ahead. Just to double check that everyone has taken their short rest, including applying any hit dice if you wish to do so. And I did say that given how well you'd done with the octopus that wasn't a friend and all of the sturges, that you were now allowed to level up. So I should have everyone at level 3, which is fun because that means you got new things since last week. Well, one of the best short rests ever. Got to level up at the same time. So, have you made a plan?
A plan?
Or are you just...
Why would we start now?
I don't know. I live in hope.
Right. So short rest completed. Everyone healed a little bit, and I know Hobbs and Echofire both were badly wounded in the last round. Did you guys manage to heal up completely?
Yeah.
Not quite completely.
Yeah,
Completely.
Okay. Well, in that case, then I will keep my slightly restored spellcasting capability. So from what Erowyn remembers, the boss myconid is recuperating and is up here somewhere, being tended by others, and they was felt there wasn't much we could do for them, so there's not a lot of point to go there. And then there's another cavern here, which is where the sulfur smell was coming from, we think. Is that about right?
Yep. That's the information that you had from last time.
Okay. Well, I guess we should go and have a look. Actually, what we will do is Erwin's going to whistle, and Sean can't, but Erwin can. Flourish sharp. And the barn owl with the purple tail feather comes flying in through the cave opening. And Luna, who presumably was off, lamenting her inability to spot an owlbear, has come back to join us.
Honestly, I think she's a little bit embarrassed after.
Yeah, I would be. And we'll have words when we get back from this cave. But I'm going to send Luna off. So I can telepathically communicate up to 100 feet. What I'm going to ask her to do is to fly through the Sturge, through the larder, through the Sturge cavern, into wherever this place is that we're going next, do a loop, look as hard as she can, and then fly back straight away and report back to me what she finds.
And usually, just remind me, Sean, for her in particular, because I've got her on the map at the moment, but before I decide what I'm doing with her token, you communicate telepathically with her. So you can't actually see through her eyes.
So I can up to 100 feet. And then it gets a bit grey. The find familiar spells, sort of, a few people have got different interpretations, but I think up to 100 feet, you can share their visual. So you can take over their senses and lose your own. But I don't really want to do that. So I'm just going to tell her what I want her to look for.
Yeah.
And send her away and get her to come back. And
yeah, because I mean, from where you guys are at the moment, it's about 100 feet in there, but we can also make arguments about the fact that that's as the crow flies through some.
Yeah. So I'm happy that she'll go out of contact.
And then come back.
To complete the task and come back. She's got 120 feet of dark vision and advantage on perception checks, and she doesn't attract opportunity attacks if she flies past something.
Doesn't attract opportunity attacks, but what about other attacks?
So the owl doesn't provoke opportunity attacks when it flies out of an enemy's reach. That's all it says.
Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that if she flew into their reach, it wouldn't start.
Oh yeah, I mean if they started it, that's fine.
If they saw her,
yes. Her grand total of 1 hit point will stand up obviously to whatever punishment you've got hidden in that back chamber.
Yeah, easy. Yeah.
If she drops off of my telepathic and never comes back, then I'll just assume that it's really bad.
Cool. And so what are the exact instructions you're giving this owl at the moment?
So I want you to fly through the larder chamber that we can see, up the stairs to the right, take the tunnel off to the left, do 1 loop around the room, see if you can see anything obvious, particularly anything threatening, moving, or dangerous looking, and then fly straight back and report to me.
Okay. And do you give her instructions about behavior if there is anything dangerous looking?
No, not specifically, because she has, so she can't attack. And I wouldn't want her to. I would want her to just go through the room as quickly as possible. And yeah, we'll just take our chances. If she doesn't come back, then I'll know that there's something dangerous in the room. Yeah. And she fulfilled her duty. Okay. And I'll have to poof another owl into existence for an hour.
Cool. And does she, when she comes back to you, how does she speak to you?
So it's telepathic. So I think I think when we played with
an understanding.
Again, I think it sort of varies in how it's played. I think what we've played or what you've said in the past is it's more a communication of ideas and imagery more than anything else. More than you saw an owlbear at this position or whatever. I think it was more a sense of the room is safe, the room is not safe. There's lots of danger. There's a little bit of danger.
Okay. I'm just gonna roll and work out what she knows or what she sees, and I'm just gonna have to roll something else. Okay, hold on. I just need to roll one other thing.
How to provoke anxiety in your players. I'm just gonna roll this and then this, and then don't worry about it. Everything's fine.
She doesn't attack, but Does she have stats? Like, does she have?
Yes. Yeah, she's got a stat block. So she's got
Can you give me dex save? Sorry, please.
a dex save
Yeah.
for the owl.
Yes, please. DC 11. Fuck for that.
Don't kill the owl.
Sorry. Hold on. How many hit points did you say she had?
She has 1d4 minus 1 hit point, so 1.
All right. On account of the fact that you did roll well on the dex save, I am actually going to modify that slightly, and I'm not going to kill the owl. It's meant to be half damage, but I will just say that she saved, and I'm going to let her come back to you. I don't feel mean enough to kill your owl at this point, especially when I like almost killed all of you last week.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So your owl comes back to you, and yeah, she's scared.
Okay. Does she look charred?
She doesn't look charred on account of
Okay,
how
good.
they. Oh, maybe one feather slightly on one wing.
Yep.
But she does smell very strongly of brimstone,
Okay.
and she looks scared.
She able to give any indication of the number or direction or size of the opponent?
Multiple.
Okay, lots. Good. Okay. That told me much less than I was hoping for, but I'll communicate that to the team. So Luna thinks that there's lots of bad guys in there, and she thought that was very stressful. She would not like to do that again. So I guess we probably should have a plan before we run in there. And now Erwin turns to the adults, the grown-ups, and is like, okay, the plan, go. And go.
Didn't you guys have some bombs or something?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Like in what form are they?
Echo Fire's eyes light up. Yep.
I mean, Echo Fire made some good ones.
Yeah, can we like light them and peg them in there?
Penguin from Madagascar. Boom.
So I think
boom.
we did talk about how the gunpowder would work. Jason, I can't remember. I think it might have actually been on one of the weeks that you weren't here. Essentially, guys have little packages of gunpowder. And so it's you guys didn't make something like wicks or anything like that. So essentially what you would want to do is potentially either chuck it somewhere where there already is fire in the hope that it would blow up, or chuck it somewhere and then, use a spell that casts fire or something like that to hit it and blow it up.
Yeah. It's not like the, Wile E. Coyote pile of Acme TNT, which would be nice. And we should also check with the Myconas. There's nothing in that room that they don't want blown up.
They would actually tell you that even before this was a problem, they actually rarely went into that room. They didn't like that room. So they're not particularly fussed about the room. And if you can fix whatever is causing the problem, they would be very grateful.
Sure. Okay.
Do the Myconids have any wicks that we can borrow?
It's from their secret bomb-making lab.
I was going to say, I mean,
they live in darkness. So
I think that the Myconids would basically be like, we don't know what you are talking about. Therefore, if you can give me more information about what you think would be appropriate.
Do you have fire on stick?
No.
Have you
Myconids,
seen
we don't need
the
it.
cave?
I actually have
Oh,
candles,
okay.
so
We don't like the dark. Also, just for what it's worth, as you will have noticed, Eric is still unfortunately with us, and I am
With us.
with us. Yes, it was great.
Yep. No, it communicated the meeting. Yeah, good.
You understood my point.
Yeah.
But I have Thorn's character sheet and am essentially Thorn this week.
Cool.
Although
Thorn can do
with
fire.
less information than Thorn's would normally, like less ideas than Thorn would normally have on account of the fact that I'm not going to meta as Thorn. But yes. So for example, cantrip firebolt, you guys put it somewhere I can shoot it.
I think that I'm pretty sure I just heard Thorn volunteer to lead the party into the room. That's what I heard.
No. I said you guys put it somewhere. I'll shoot it.
Yeah, no, I heard that was where they store all their cookbooks and secret recipes, was in that back room. Okay. Yeah, I think we've got the little packages of gunpowder. We can throw them And by we, I mean the dexterous rogue and monk, and not the unco druid. Throw the gunpowder, and then Thor and I can make it burn. That's certainly part of a plan. Anything else?
Perfect.
Is there
I also
anything
had
that you
sacred
guys
flame.
can? Yeah. Okay. Oh.
Sacred flames, technically, I mean, despite the name, it's a
Yeah.
bit like a
It's not
chop
actually fire.
It's not
Awkwardly.
actually fire, it's radiant.
Yeah, it's like bright light. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. The power of Bahamut compels you to type bright fire.
okay.
Did Hobbs, is there anything in your skill set in terms of like hiding, stealthing in, sneaking in, invisibility? I don't know which way you took your rogue at level 3, but
I went psionic power.
okay.
Oh,
Psychic Hobbs.
Psychic Hobbs, yeah.
Oh god.
It sounded entertaining. Oh, I'm fast. So I've got this cunning action thing, which allows me to take a second
Yep. So you can
action. So,
bonus action dash, or bonus action disengage, or yep.
so I was like, and I'm pretty fast. I was wondering whether I can get in there, peg shit, and get myself out of there before everything go boom.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, in the spirit of, I guess, are we trying to be stealthy about this, or are we trying to just go in there and do what we've previously done and fuck shit up?
nothing chased your owl back out. This is me talking as Thorn right now.
Yeah.
You could tell, couldn't you? I mean,
Yeah,
your owl came back, and like it hasn't
Yep.
been
Yeah, I think
followed.
they attempted an hour side, but I don't think they quite got it.
I don't think they quite. It was only attempted, and there's this
Okay.
blight here, obviously, and there's a problem since Sinenza went in that cabin, but the Myconids haven't said anything to us about anything coming out of
Out
there.
of the cabin. Okay, so maybe it's not a very mobile target. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we have to suck it at some point, and if it's, yeah.
I mean, we
Maybe I'll
we
go.
can try to stealth.
Can I sneak in and peer around the corner and see if I can get a better idea?
If
And I've got my.
if you want to stealth, then I have a thing for that, and if you don't want to stealth, then I'd use a different thing to give us a little boost.
I'll try and stealth. I've got those boots of Elvenkind, so I should be pretty sneaky.
Okay, well, I cast Pass Without a Trace on the 4 of us, so you get +10 to your stealth.
Okay, so all 4 of us will roll stealth rolls before we start trying to sneak in.
Yep.
So it's a flat 5 for Sean. So for Thorn, so add 10, that makes it a 15. The Echo fires a 6, add 10, that makes it a 16. Jason ends up with a dirty 20, and Erwin ends up with a 19. Reasonably stealthy, all things considered. It is a narrow corridor, so is the plan that Hobbs wants to be the first person to look around it?
He's small.
Yeah, I've got
and
my
fast,
dark
yeah.
vision, and I've got my dark vision, Bizzo.
You do, which means let me just double check that I've actually put that on your token properly so that it works. Give you a... All right, shall we head up there then?
Let's do it.
Yeah, it's going to drag your characters up. And if we are going to use some of the gunpowder, who is pulling gunpowder out of their satchel to use?
I've got 2.
Not Erwin.
So we're using one of Echo Fire's?
Yeah,
Yes.
let's do it.
Cool. Just because it might make a difference. All right. You headed up, Hobbs. Are you taking your character up?
Drag the cat. So this is the corner I think that we want to be.
Oh, you guys can't move through walls like I can. Yeah, hold on. You know what? I'm just going to drag you up here. because I could drag you faster than you can drag yourselves.
Well, that doesn't look good. Okay,
Ooh.
so Catboy's going to go in with the gunpowder, look around. If there's something bad, throw the gunpowder.
So I'm
And then
gonna
come back
I'm gonna say Hobbs can move like up to here before he heads in. And essentially as soon as he gets to the mouth of that tunnel into the cave, the air is choked with a thick smoke that assaults your nostrils, Hobbs, with a pungent odor of brimstone. And there's a strange flickering orange light illuminating the smoke. If you're going to go in, maybe take it 10 feet at a time. And you can tell me when you want to stop and throw, if you want to stop and throw.
So I can't see past that glowy nonsense? Like, is it...
You can see through it in the same way that you would see through a thick smog.
Okay.
Like it's hazy.
Okay. And I can't see anything too... I mean, am I aware of that fume drake?
If you can see it, you're aware of it.
Okay. Is it... What is it? Does it look alert? Does it look snoozy? Does it look...
Great question. Someone thought that they would send a bird in there before you guys got their first roll for initiative.
It was a really quiet bird.
Yeah,
Told it
owls...
to fly around the.
Owls are known for
They're literally
flying
silent.
silently.
Yes, +3 to stealth. Anywho, it's fine. The fume drake is awake. Guess we have to kill it.
Just had
Is
to
just
move
Hobbs
my-
rolling for initiative, or
At
Where's
the
my suit? Oh,
moment,
there we go.
just Hobbs, because the rest of you are still outside. I did just have to move my. I had to move the
giant
orange
fire
stuff
flame
because
thing?
it was
Yep.
in the way of my. Yeah, take out the initiatives from before.
Haven't I killed one of these things already?
You
It
actually
is,
have.
Yeah.
You actually have. So you know what they are now, at least. Because it was trying to kill you last time. Just checking a couple of things. Because, yeah, it's got. Yeah, that one's going to move. So, that one. So we'll move up to there. In good news, he can't reach you yet. But it's now your turn.
I think I'm going to go... So, we've got 3 of the damn things, so... how much gunpowder do we have?
You
Two
have.
left.
You have 5 between you. You've got them in horns of gunpowder. Echo Fire is carrying 2. Erowin is carrying 2. Thorn is carrying 1. And it will definitely matter to me who is giving you the gunpowder.
Yeah. So not Erowin's gunpowder, because we already know that her heart really wasn't in it when she was making it. And I think I've tried several times to get rid of it. No one really wants to take it from me. Yeah, use Echo Fires.
Cool.
I also
Oh,
have a thing called guidance. Can I use that now, or is that not?
I will let you cast guidance if you would like to. I'm going to say that you did this. We're going to retcon slightly and say that you did this as he went into that tunnel. Because obviously, A, you're not in initiative at the moment, and B, you actually have to touch him in order to do it. But
Okay.
I imagine that Echo Fire might have actually just hand on the shoulder and been like, you got this, mate. So let's say that you cast guidance before Hobbs went.
what does guidance do?
So it's a D4 to attacks and saving throws
Oh, cool. Thank you.
for 1 round, I think. Can't remember what the duration is. Oh no, it's an ability check, not attacks or saving throws. Bless, that's attacks and saving throws. Guidance is just ability
That's right.
checks.
Okay.
Is it only for
And,
1 round?
Duration is 1 minute if she concentrates.
Okay. So if she stands outside concentrating for now because nothing else has
Yep.
happened.
Yep.
Cool.
And what's the area of effect of our boom powder?
10 feet.
So
Well,
is that
10
one
feet
square?
if you've. No, it's 2 by 2.
Okay. Yeah, cool. I want to ditch our gunpowder right at that pinch point there.
You want to get both of those fume drakes if you can.
Well, I want to kind of get it just at the mouth where it's kind of about to widen. Because I figure they're all coming to get me. They seem quite intent on it. So I figure at
So
the pinch
could
point,
you
You want to
ping-
make it like there?
Do you want to ping for me where you want to put it?
how do I ping? Oh, yeah.
Hold down. Yep, there. Okay. So if you want to put it there, and are you moving it all, or are you throwing it from where you are?
I think I'm speedy enough to put it there, and I don't trust my throwing because seeing I failed to hit a mosquito on me.
Fair point.
I'm
So are
pretty sure it's-
you running in, putting it down, running back?
Yes, I think I will try and do that because I also want to entice them to come in. So hopefully they will converge on that pinch point, and then kablooey is my plan.
Okay. So in that case, I'm going to ask you for either an acrobatics or athletics check,
Which you can add the D4 to.
which, yes, you could add the D4 to. Just to see if you do that without any, shall we say, mishaps.
Cool. And then do I just do a D4 on top of that?
So it is up to you whether or not you use it.
I will use it because I don't want to trip and land on my face.
Yeah, totally fair.
Cirque du Soleil's this shit.
He does. I'm going to go with it's not just standard feline agility like you. I'm imagining one of those sort of Matrix half up the wall things,
Ooh, yeah.
runs up the wall, puts it down neatly, runs back out again. You're back at the mouth.
Glowing as he runs.
You're back at
Excellent.
the mouth. And
I do it with enough style that I can give them both a finger as I'm hightailing it out of their anime style?
Look, for the narrative, yeah, why not? Let me just check the passive perception on these things. I'm just wondering if the fume drake has any damn idea of what you've just done. Because I'm going to go with that's actually really, they can see you. They've seen you run in, put something on the floor and run out again. But these are creatures that probably haven't seen a horn of gunpowder before. So I don't think they've actually got any idea what you were doing. All they know is that you are other and therefore a threat. Is that the end of your go?
I think so, because
Have you got any marrow jerky left? You could have left some marrow jerky there like a trap.
actually I do have. I've got a bit of barbecued harpy,
Yes.
and I've actually no, I do have fish jerky left. Can I retcon that? And as I'm like matrixing, just like drop some fish jerky in my stylish.
Sure. Why not?
Now it's going to be up to our spellcasters.
You have met a fire drake before, but you didn't really know what they were, did you?
No,
So you don't really have
Killed
any
it good,
knowledge
though.
about fire drakes.
other than I killed it good.
Yeah, you did.
Hmm.
And I
Proud
don't
of
suppose
you.
yet, because I don't think Arrow would have actually suggested it, but I don't know. I haven't asked her to roll either. But anyway, that's fine. It's there on the floor.
Hmm.
Okay. Is anyone else wanting to join initiative? Or are you all just staying outside until he comes out? And
It seems really overly cautious for us,
I thought
Mhm.
it seemed a bit
Like-
funny.
but vibe check wise. But I guess Erwin's sort of trying to look down the corridor as far as she can within the limits of what she can do, and the hour's still around. for whatever benefit that gives to her perception. So I think if we saw that there was stuff moving in there, she'd probably come up and join the initiative, and she'd probably wave for the others to come up and join Hobbs as well, so that he's not there on his own.
Oh, while I ran, does that mean I can see more of what's in there? Because I would have made it to that pink area. So would a bit more be visible?
You may move your token to the pink area and then move your token back out again and see what you see.
Yeah, cool. Okay, yep, 3 of the suckers.
And then you may move back out again, and you may by all means tell your friends what you have seen.
Yeah, there's 3 fume drakes there. So batter up.
Fume drakes. So they sound serpenty lizard type things. Are they gassy or fiery? What's their disposition? Are they nice? Could we be friends with them?
The last one I met was definitely not friendly, and I had to kill it to death. So,
Did you start that?
oh no, it attacked me first.
Okay. All right. I mean, that does happen sometimes. That's fair.
I was looking at some pretty mushrooms, and a
Ooh.
nice hot pool that I wanted to have a bath in, and it came out.
Okay, that definitely, we're going there on the way back. Everyone needs a spark. It's been a while. Okay.
Have
I bought these mushrooms
time.
for our baker too.
Ooh,
Oh, yes, I do like making a quiche with mushroom in it.
cool.
Um,
But are we all rolling for initiative, Sarah?
Erwin and Echofire, do you want to roll for initiative as well? And obviously, if you don't actually do anything this turn, that's fine. And we'll see what happens. Hasn't added you to. Okay, hold on. Add 10. Add 10. We got a 10. And we got a 15. So we are back to the top of the round. Move that down there out of the way. And Fume Drake. So all 3 of the people in a 15-foot cone in front of him. So Echo Fire was wise enough to stand back to now. Dexterity checks, please. Dexterity saves. So this fire drake flies into the
Natural one, buddy.
flies in.
After the Matrix style run, he's just
Yep. I mean, he did really well. It exhales a 15-foot cone of scalding steam. Hold on, I need to roll that d8. Oh, fuck. So, Erwin, you take 4 fire damage because yours is halved on account of a successful save. Both Thorn and Hobbs failed and therefore would take a full 8 fire damage. Now, I am just checking. Thorn is resistant to fire damage. So at least that means his is halved. So he's only going to take 4. I don't think you're resistant though, are you, Hobbs?
I don't think so, no.
The next fire drake comes into about here. Oh, he didn't move. That was rude. But doesn't attempt anything because, let's be honest, he'd hurt his friend at the same time. And Thorn is up. So I think at this point, Thorn is actually going to say to Hobbs, duck, quack, and not that type. He is going to attempt to cast a firebolt at the horn of gunpowder to blow it up. I think what we're going to do here is I am going to roll a dex save for him to decide whether or not he hits it, because it's not a standard attack. And I'm obviously not rolling for damage here. If he hits it, it will blow up. So we just need to actually set fire to it. So I'm going to roll a straight dex save. And he misses. The fuck, Thorn?
You got one job, buddy.
Like, I'm like, dude, I really thought I could do that. And I don't have any bonus actions. Nope. Okay, Thorn tried. Cool. Echo Fire, you're up.
See if I have any things I can use to make kaboom. No, I feel like I don't. I reckon I'll really try my champions a bit closer. And then I'm going to do an unarmed strike.
So you're
Oh, wait,
actually going to be
actually-
right up into melee?
Yeah, I'm going to use my breath weapon instead.
Ah. Yeah, okay. Remind me which breath weapon you took with you. You have, I can't remember which type of dragonborn you are. I'll have to go look it up.
Bronze. It shows lightning.
That might make things explode.
Yeah, so are you using this? Are you using this on the fume? Oh no, what? Yours is just going to be a cone, right? So is it everything in 30 feet out in front of it? So potentially.
For
So
range,
15
slash
foot,
area, there's nothing.
yeah, 15-foot cone or
15, is it?
30-foot line that is 5 feet wide. So you can choose either a 30-foot line or a 15-foot cone. It's a dexterity saving throw, which is 8 plus the con modifier plus the proficiency.
Can't shoot it through to make kaboom.
I mean, so if you do a 30-foot, if you do your 30-foot line, you've potentially got 2 of them, or at least you've got 2 that'll have to save. Lightning damage can ignite flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried. So there's also a reasonable chance of it igniting the fire, the gunpowder.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Let's do it. Stand back, everyone.
So it's a DC 10 dex save that we need to do. So this guy here, dex save, first drake fails. So that's 7 lightning damage. Second drake, it's being annoying, fails. So that's 7 lightning damage. And kaboom. You managed to blow up. Hold on. Wait, I've got a thing for this. Hold on. Let's have fun doing this well. There you go. Lovely gunpowder explosion.
Hell yeah.
So the gunpowder, when it does explode, every creature within 10 feet of it does a DC 12 dex saving throw. And then there's 3d6 fire damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful save. So for that one, unsuccessful. And I think based on where you put that square, I was happy that all 3 of them were in range. All 3 of them were in range. All 3 of them were unsuccessful. And a 3d6. We have a 6 and a 3, so that is 12. Now, the type of damage is a fire damage.
Which they're immune to or resistant to.
They're actually immune to it.
Sad.
Wow.
Hang on, wouldn't it be concussive damage? Not so much that's
As-
fire.
I mean, as written for gunpowder, the rules do say fire damage.
Damn it.
I like your argument.
Yeah, I mean, it could be secondary or tertiary blast injury. They're in a tight funnel, rupture their little drake eardrums, and
Yeah.
You try to make an argument for something along the lines of thunder damage. Like it's the noise and the blast effect rather than the fire itself.
or at least
Yeah.
distract them.
Tell you what, Hobbs. I rolled that 3d6 for the fire damage, but you roll me a 3d6, and then we're going to halve your results. And they'll take that in some sort of blow-up damage.
Woo!
5 miscellaneous blow-up damage to each.
negotiating.
Hey, it's part of the narrative, dude. Part of the narrative. Oh, that was wrong. It's the two that are closer to you are starting to look tiny bit unwell. But I believe that's the end of Echofire's turn, unless there's anything else you wanted to do, Carmel.
Yeah, that's it.
Cool. So that brings us up to that fume drake there. I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he is going to scalding breath on you guys again. So all for DC 11 dex saving throw, please. Erowin saves, Thorn saves. Where'd my D8 go? Hobbs saves. Echofire crit saves. So that was a 4 fire damage. Everyone who saves gets half of that 4. So Erowin takes 2. Hobbs takes 2. Thorn is resistant, so he takes half. So Thorn takes 1. Echofire, you take 2. Right, that's that Drake's turn done. Hobbs, you're up.
I've got these cool new psychic powers, so I want to start using them.
Sure. What
I
would you
haven't
like
actually
to
quite
do?
worked out how that actually works.
What are you thinking?
So
What's on there that we
if
can
I
work with?
I think if I use my psychic blade, I get 2 goes with it. It looks like, and it's got a range of 60 feet. Does that mean if I've got line of sight, I can hit them? I can hit several things.
Does it say you can hit several things? I haven't used this one. Trying to just bring up your character sheet to have a look at.
Oh no, it vanishes immediately after it hits or misses. Yeah, lame-o. But I can make a second psychic blade. 1d6.
So psychic
Are you a
blade
soul knife? Is that
manifests
what you
your-
chose?
Yeah, soul knife.
Okay. So you can, so you manifest a blade in your hand, so it's kind of like a packed weapon.
But after you attack with the blade, you can make a melee or ranged weapon attack with a second psychic blade as a bonus action on the same turn, provided that your other hand is free to create it. So you can do twice. Like you can do 2 blade.
Cool.
It's like a 2-handed fighting, but psychic.
Sweet. Okay, yeah, let's give that a whirl.
And the damage of the second one is only 1d4, not
1d4.
1d6. So it's
Yeah.
slightly less, but it's still a second attack. So what's the plan? Who are you attacking?
Do I have to commit both attacks to one?
I'm happy for you to do one at a time.
Cool. Okay. I'm gonna take one, and I'm gonna actually they've got range, so I don't have to move. So I'll do that guy and then that guy.
Okay. So roll your attack against the top one, please.
So I just do a 1d6 for that.
Do you actually have to roll to attack, or does it just automatically attack? Does it automatically hit? Surely you have to roll to attack.
Yeah.
Or do I have to roll a save? There must
no thrown weapon. So it's you roll it like a melee attack.
Okay. So which one?
Somewhere
do
on
you
your
do?
character sheet, there's like a plus something next to your. I don't know whether your psychic blades has got it or not, but next to your short sword, there was like a +2 or 3 or whatever. So that's what you'd roll as a to hit.
So the plus whatever next to my short sword.
do that one. That's fine. That is a crit.
Mm.
So roll your 1d6 and double it. It was just this flat 1d6, wasn't it? It wasn't plus something.
I think it's just a flat 1d6.
1d6 plus the ability modifier you use for your attack. So whether you're a strength or a dex guy, but it should have added it for you if it was eligible for it.
Well, I just clicked a
We did-
normal 1d6, not a.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to click.
Are you a dex or are you a
It's a finesse weapon, so it could be dex.
I'm
a
a very
dex or
dexy
strength?
sort of
What are your pluses?
plus
What are your
5
modifiers?
dex.
Oh, Jesus.
It just feels like it should be dexterous. Sean's like, yes, please.
Mm.
So 5 doubled for what you rolled is 10 plus your extra 5 is 15. That is a very damaged looking fume drake.
Hit it again.
It can, or try to hit the other guy. Let's finish that one off.
Finish that one off? Sure. Please roll to hit it again.
So I do. So should I put this on my weapons sheet, the psychic blades?
It's probably easier in the long run if you do.
Okay. But I'll just do the same
But
again.
I'm happy with this mechanism for now. Yep, so that hits. If you roll a 1d6 for your damage and we'll add the 5.
I think it's a 1d4 because it's my second, isn't it?
Sorry, yes, a 1d4 because it's your second and we'll still add the 5, or is it just 1d4?
5. It should be my
If you're
whatever
doing it
modifier.
offhand, you don't get to add your. But I don't know whether it's not specifically spelled out in the psychic blades thing. So I guess if you're treating it as an offhand attack, then you only get to add your skill once.
Cool. So that dies and blows up.
Yay! 2 fume drakes for me.
I'll tattoo you later with the, like they used to do in the war and keep track of the kills. So we've got 2 harpies, a Mero, 2 fume drake.
Any more actions on your turn, Hobbs?
I might run away because I don't want to get burnt anymore. And I'm going to use my speediness to take off. I think. So I don't get burnt again.
Run away!
Plus I've got magic psychic blades now, so.
You're in my 60-foot range. That's pretty good.
How big are the squares again?
5 foot. And you can measure with the ruler if you want to. So like 60 feet from that guy. Like, I mean, anywhere over here, you're still going to hit him.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. As long as I got line of sight and yeah, cool. I'm just gonna bugger off there so I don't get caught in the next.
Seems smart. Erwin, I don't think you can have these ones for pets.
You keep making these rules, and one day there's gonna
Okay,
be
fine. Roll an animal handling check. See what happens.
No. Animal handling surprisingly actually isn't that great. I can't. Oh no, I can see Erwin. There you go. So
I think you're underneath Echo's fire at the moment.
Yeah, that seems fair. She's probably just waited in on top of me to protect me. That's kind. She's going to come forward, and she is sort of a little bit hardened, perhaps, by the experiences so far, and also seeing that everyone keeps getting hurt, and she doesn't want her friends to get hurt anymore. So she takes her staff and thumps it into the ground, and there's this crackle of energy as she casts Thunderwave. It's a 15-foot cube emanating from me, which will hit both of those drakes, and they make a con 13 save.
Con 13.
I don't know why I rolled a con save, but no, it's the damage. Never mind. There you go.
Let me grab a d20. You said both of them, so as in it gets the one further down as well?
Yeah, correct. So it's a 15-foot cube.
Cool. So
Sorry, I'm clicking things.
You're good. The first one failed. The one further in passed.
Okay. So the one that fails takes 14 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet backwards. And the one that saved takes 7 thunder damage and isn't
pushed.
Anything within that 15-foot cube that's an unsecured object is completely pushed backwards, and there's a giant thunder, like loud thunderous noise that you can hear for 300 feet in every direction.
Cool. So the one that's closest to you did die. However, you're actually quite
Close to it.
close to it.
Mm.
And as it dies, just like the other one did, it kind of explodes into a cloud of noxious fumes. Could you do a DC 11 con save, please?
A con save?
Yeah.
No.
You get 4 poison damage from standing next to it as it blows up.
Okay.
But it is dead, and the other one is looking fairly injured. And I mean, technically, sorry, how far did you say it gets thrown back? 10 feet?
10 feet was but that's the one that failed the save. So
Yeah, but I'm assuming that it
Yep.
died, blew up, and as it blew up, it also sort of, drama.
So did it spew out the toxic stuff 10 feet back from me? Because that'd be nice.
No,
Sad.
that'd be too
Okay.
heavy.
I'm going to use some movement to approach the remaining fume drake and hit it with the staff. It's a 22 to hit
That will hit.
and 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Could you roll me another con save, please, as you kill the third of these fume drakes?
14.
Cool. This time, no effect. You
Blunt this time.
maybe picked up some agility and jumped back just at the right
Yeah.
time. At this point, your 3 fume drakes are deceased, and you may drop out of initiative.
Okay. I guess we loot their bodies for edible flesh as we usually do.
Go ahead. You may you may take whatever you. Would you like
See-
Thorn to fill it? Thorn does seem to be the fillator.
Yeah, I don't want bones in your fume drake. That's bad form. So he needs to do that
lost my
fancy
bit of
thing that
marrow
they do
jerky.
in pin bone it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I lost my marrow jerky too, so I
you
need
need
to
to replace
replenish
that.
my supplies.
You need to replenish your supplies.
Mr. Hobbs, maybe do you want to go and use your ninja cat skills to look around a bit?
I'm just going to put that back on just because it's pretty and it's there.
How far can I? I've got 60 movement, and then can I do a dash on top of that?
Well, we're out of initiative at the
movement.
moment, so you may
Okay.
just move.
Oh, cool.
No, at this point in time, no restrictions on you exploring this cabin.
There. Does my hair suspiciously stand on end?
I mean, it does, but
does it
you're
feel
surrounded
twisty?
by this. Does it feel what? Sorry?
Does it feel like hot and burny or otherwise dangerous?
It's less that it is warm, but it's less that it's hot and burny, and it's more just that it is that thick, sulfuric, smoky feeling.
Are there any animals that I can use my psychic powers on?
At the moment, from what you can see, no.
Nuts.
Does anyone actually know anything or think that their character might know anything about fume drakes?
Drakes
I'm
in
thinking-
They
general.
die
maybe?
handily by my hand.
Yes, Hobbs, we're already ascertained your knowledge.
Yep.
I guess
Yeah.
now I am kind of wondering.
I think everyone would know stuff about drakes, and I don't know if specific like
I'm thinking
more
about
like
asking
foresty type stuff, but
Echo
maybe the
Fire
Dragonborn?
for a
Yeah.
check. Yeah, because I'm thinking Echo Fire is a Dragonborn and a monk, and interested in Bahamut as a day. There's a degree of dragon drake knowledge there. If you wanted to give me an Arcana check or a history check for Echo Fire, because you guys have just defeated 3 fume drakes, and I'm just wondering if anyone knows anything about it that they might want to tell the other people. The grand total of 6. Echo Fire can't remember that lesson from school.
Sorry, guys. I wasn't paying attention that day.
Cool. Would you like to go in further and have a look around? Or do you just want to stand there, Hobbs, and just sort of stare at it from the
and
entrance?
just poke him forward with the staff slowly. Just
Push him with your
Shillelagh
shillelagh.
again?
Yeah. I want to see your owl. I just want to make sure I don't get zapped by this orange nonsense.
oh yeah, that's not a bad idea. And she whistled, and the owl who's been sort of circulating out the back now comes in.
Luna
He
comes-
seems mollified that the drakes seem to be gone.
No, she comes up to you first and she just sort of chills around you and isn't that keen of
Mm.
going any further.
Can just grab it and chuck it.
I mean, she'll do what I tell her to do.
You can point out the
It's
3
all-
deceased, right?
She'll hoot mournfully at me and then do as she's told.
Cool.
So, yeah, gonna just ask her to fly some laps around the room and look in detail at everything. And I might just crouch down where I am, and because she's within 100 feet, I'm just going to close my eyes and see through the owl's eyes and hear through the owl's ears for a minute while she does that.
Cool. Would you roll me an investigation check?
The owl has advantage on perception using sight or sound, but that wouldn't necessarily
I'll accept
be
that.
the-
No, I'll accept that. No, I'll accept that for her because it's what you're going to see through her eyes. So it is about what she's going to see. Yeah. Pretty perceptive. Okay, so firstly, you are happy to note that there are not currently any other creatures in here. What you can see through her eyes, Erwin, is that you can see. I have to move that thing again. Keep getting him away. You can see up here. Did that one work? A vein of purple crystals. And it's quite obvious, even looking through her eyes, that whatever this noxious stuff is coming out of that vein of purple crystals. The other thing that you can see is that right about here, over on the west wall of that map, there is a large sort of fissure in the wall, but the fissure seems to be blocked by an enormous orange crystal. And that orange crystal seems to be the source of the light in the room. So the whole room in this hazy miasma of sulfuric smoke, the smoke fume stuff is coming from where the purple crystals are. The orange crystal seems to be jammed in a fissure in the wall, and it is giving off the light.
Okay. And Erwin kind of blinks and her eyes come back to a normal sort of color, and she looks at the others and says, well, there's this purple crystals. They seem to be making the bad stuff. I guess that's where the bad gas is coming from. Miasma. I like miasma. That's a good word. Over in the far wall, there's an orange thing that seems to be blocking or making the light or blocking the light. Yeah, we should maybe have a look and see if we can do something about these purple crystals to start with.
I don't know anything about
Maybe we can do something about them from a distance because Erwin took a reasonable amount of damage from the drakes.
That sounds good.
We still have some gunpowder.
Mm.
Blow it up.
This is entirely what I thought would happen when we started making the gunpowder. Erwin's like, the solution to all problems now is going to be just blow them up. Erwin puts her to...
But before we do this, does anyone know if these stupid crystals are in fact susceptible to fire? So,
No idea.
I mean, that's a good point. The
Mm,
other things weren't.
yeah.
but this should still have some concussive damage. Ooh, does anyone know how to make a shaped charge?
We need something to contain the force. So I guess if Thorn's got like a nice pot.
You don't actually
If
need much. Like the shaped
you
charge is just
guys-
usually like a paper cone.
If you guys are now in this cavern yourself, not just Erwin looking through Luna's eyes, I would permit an investigation check at the purple crystals, and I would permit an investigation check at the orange crystals.
You're implying that we should investigate, not just blow it up.
Sure.
But
I'm not implying that you
Mm,
should. I'm
just
totally
seeing
happy
us
for you
don't
to
know
do
us at all.
whatever you would like to do, Sean. What would you like to do? Don't make me hold you back from walking in and blowing the place. If you want to blow the place up, mate,
I
you do
mean,
that.
Erin puts her likely faulty caps of gunpowder down near the purple crystals and
Near the
and then hurriedly backs away from them.
1 second.
Uh-huh.
Cool. Yep. Okay. The longer they sit there, I am going to have to make more rolls.
That's fine. I'm just going to back away right away. Like 20 feet back is a good number. And I would suggest that maybe Thorn shields us with his fire resistant booty. Anyone else? Yeah, we all just, do we vote just blow it up? Is that what we're going with?
I'm down with that.
Okay.
I don't have any gunpowder.
Investigation.
There's the voice of reason.
Oh, that's the
There's that-
adult here, right?
There's that sanguine monk shit. Always wanting to think about
And Echo
stuff.
Fire, what would you like to investigate?
I want to know how danger on 1 to 10. Anything else that I can get.
I would like to know if you are investigating the purple or the orange.
Well, I'll go purple.
Erwin taps her on the shoulder and goes, I believe in you.
Guidance?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. Would you give me a purple investigation check? Actually, I'm going to get 1 second, just in case I can't remember what your modifiers are. You may choose between investigation, nature, and survival.
Oh, okay.
You did really well anyway.
Never mind.
You did
D4.
really well. That was a crit, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Cool.
there you go. +3, 26.
Awesome guidance. So actually, look, with that, actually, Erwin, you couldn't remember stuff about the fume drakes before, but now that you're in here looking at the veins of the purple crystal, you actually do start to remember a couple of things from lessons when you were younger. Because obviously you guys have all noticed that the fumes are seeping up through this crystal. Something about the smell that is actually faintly familiar to you, and it's not just because it's fire and everyone's smelt fire. You're fairly certain that these purple crystal veins have actually been here for a very long time. They don't look like a new problem. And you remember anyway the fact that the Myconids called this place the Crystal Caves. And so chances are these purple crystals have actually just been here for ages and the Myconids knew they were here anyway. You also feel like you might remember something about dead dragons and volcanic activity, but you can't remember all the details. On a 20, I'm going to go so far as to say that given that you think that these crystals have been here for a long time, you'd probably suspect that usually the fume managed to get out somewhere rather than being here causing problems.
Well, okay. Can we check out the orange ones now?
Sure. Go check out the orange ones.
Are we, as she kind of walks back past us, are we holding fire as Erwin and Hobbs and Thorn are all pointing stuff at the purple crystal? Are we waiting?
No. False alarm. Purple crystals. Okay. Probably.
Well, okay.
So you obviously had started to click investigation last time anyway, and that went well, but I'm going to say the same thing for the orange crystal that I said for the other. You can choose investigation, nature, or what did I say? Survival. Whichever one you think is going to be better.
I've forgotten.
What you're able to realize looking over here is that this fissure in the wall of the cave actually does look like it probably opens up out the other side, the outside world. And you suspect that maybe at some point the orange crystal wasn't there. And maybe if the fumes were coming out from the purple crystal, they were able to float out past the orange crystal and therefore not cause the myconids any problems.
Just saying we could, we can blow everything up
You could.
as an option.
Can we,
It's a small
forcibly
chamber.
clear
If you
the
blow everything up, you might also get blown up. But I mean, I'm sure the myconids won't mind as long as it solves their problem.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
I have candles, so I can make a fuse.
fearless leader.
All right. Drop those thorns and let's get out of here. Kaboom.
Okay, so I need you to be quite specific for me about where we're dropping what horns.
So I have 2 that I had put on the ground near the purple crystals. I'm not going back to get them, but our fireproof colleague could if we wanted to use those, or he also has one. That
He has one.
I'm not going to be trapped with those things any longer.
Just trying to find you something that we can pop down there. Yep, that's not going to work. Yep, that works. And where are you? So where are we going to put Thorns? The one that Thorn's holding? Like,
So
at the
do we just want to blow up the
orange.
orange crystal boss? What are we blowing up? Oh, wise and clever monk of Bahamut.
I actually don't know. I didn't really get it.
So I think the purple stuff makes the bad juju. The orange thing is blocking the exhaust vent. But the purple stuff has been here a long time.
So I think we
I
want
mean,
to
I'm
shape
always
the
like
charge.
a treat the problem at the source kind of guy. But I guess we could just I&D the exhaust and hope that it sorts itself out.
Yeah. Are they too
Captain
far
Hobbs?
away from each other that we can't just do both in one go?
Yeah.
You only get a 10-foot radius of your gunpowder when you blow it up. So they are too far for a single gunpowder to.
Captain Hobbs, any thoughts? Now,
Well, it
that's
does-
far too much thinking time for Hobbs.
It is. I think we should. I think we should clear the vent.
Okay.
That would be my thought, and put
I would
all our
ask
eggs
Thorn
in.
to go and put the gunpowder, to pick up my gunpowder and put it over there, and put his gunpowder over there.
And can we put it in a pot so that it's kind of
So
shaped?
you're asking
upward?
for all 3 of the gunpowders to be there?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. That
In
means
a-
that we're
in a-
moving. Hold on. We're moving the 2 from from Erowin.
Yep. And
Erowin would like
everyone's giving her a very clear. Everyone's
Yep.
giving him a very clear pathway to walk through.
Erowin, would you like to roll me, given that they were your ones, 2 D20s so I
Sorry,
can see
I
if
missed that
anything
entirely.
happens?
Say that again.
Can you roll me 2 D20s? So 1 for each.
It was a 6 and a 7.
A 6 and a 7. Cool. They
Good. Glad I got Thorn to do that.
both blow up on the way over.
Is it 3d6?
Which means it's 3d6 from each of them.
Mm.
And he has to dex save. Wow. Eric is going to be really cranky with me when he finds out how much damage I'm doing to his
There you go. 12 and 7 would be the 2 damage rolls.
Cool. So he did actually he failed. So 12 and 7 is 19, but he
Halved.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
That's why I made him do it.
Cool. He now looks reasonably damaged, but he's sort of sooty and alive. And he's like, how do I do this for you guys? Seriously. So that does mean though that you've lost those 2. He's still put down his orange one.
Mm.
So he's put his down over here, which you may blow up if you would like to. Or are you
Okay.
going to ask him to blow it up, or?
I think he's the only one who can do it reliably. Anything that I've got is, nothing that I've got's
Okay.
going to be particularly good for that.
So he's going to stand
Unless,
back a little bit.
unless Echo Fire wants to breathe on it again, but that'd be getting pretty close.
I've got a candle. I
So-
can put it on it.
Also,
You could
above
just
the
light.
table,
You could.
why
if
are
you
the
wanted.
monk and the rogue behind the squishy people?
Yeah. Self-preservation, I'm going to call this.
Yeah, I mean, it's logical, sure.
All right. I am going to shoot a. All right. I'm going to say that Thorn shoots one of his firebolts at it. I'm not going to roll because given that you guys are currently out of initiative, even if he misses the first time, I mean, he's going to shoot a second one as a cantrip. He can keep doing it. He's
Mm.
going to shoot as many as he needs to do until it blows up,
Yep.
essentially, because that's what you need it to do. And that's going to look like this because it's fun and I like doing it. Whoa. Cool. And so with that, look, just above the table, the notes for this crystal are that a single strong whack with a weapon, a crowbar, or another tool is sufficient to shatter. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Just
That's
FYI,
fine.
I just above the table, just wanted to
I'm
let
not
you know
fine.
about the degree of overkill that was. So I'm gonna go with the amount of explosion that you get from this gunpowder does indeed shatter it.
And then
As it shatters, a few things happen. Yes, you have successfully opened up an exit path for those noxious fumes, and they will start leaving. You also see the other reason that the myconids tend to avoid this cave, and that is that bright sunlight immediately shines in through there. Bright light fills the entire area. Also, when the crystal breaks, there's a 2-foot diameter sphere of smoldering obsidian that falls to the floor amid the other shattered pieces of crystal. And as it does so, it cracks open to reveal another creature. It is not the same as the fume drakes that you were fighting before, although as it cracks open, 2 more fume drakes come out of the purple veins of crystals. I was about to tell you what it was. The thing you don't recognize will get to go first. It will attack you first.
did it take any damage from the exploding?
No,
That's unfortunate.
it will get to attack you first, and then we will drop into initiative order. But given the time, that's our cliffhanger, and we'll work this out next week.
Just the
Funsies.
the healer needs to not be in the middle of the room. Bring it out there.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Maybe not.
Just saying. Yep. There's a plan. Yep. That's not great. Cool. Yep.
Cool. And
Mm.
next week, we'll roll the initiative and find out what happens. And I will hit